What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a fog light, OEM fog light install on the XV30 over here. Or maybe we're not. There it is. Step one, grab a beer. Okay, full disclaimer, I have already installed these parts, but I'm going to uninstall them and reinstall them so you guys can see how to do it. Step one, pop your hood. There we go. Ta-da. Easy. Come over and right there. Oh, I forgot to tighten that. Doesn't really matter which of these you disconnect, just so you know. Fight me in the comments, I don't care. Alright, so back in the car, you're going to need a few things. One, you're going to need a replacement part. Okay, this is actually the factory one from 02. But like I said, I'm going to uninstall all the new stuff and reinstall it just so y'all can see how it's done. You will need, I recommend, a ratchet of some sort. This is a 3/8 from the good old AutoZone. Short extension, and this is a T30 star bit. These are going to be used to remove the airbag off of the steering wheel. You will also need a ratchet with probably a 4 or 5 inch extension and a 19 millimeter to remove the steering wheel as a whole, and I will show you that right now. So right up in here, you got this little tab right here that's going to pop off and reveal one of those T30 stars. And then on the driver's side, this is a Japanese wheel, so this piece here is actually quite a bit larger. The US model will have a slightly smaller one. It will be bigger than the other side, but not nearly this big. Just pop those off to reveal the screws. So I got these guys off, and it'll look like this on the driver's side, and a little like that on the passenger side. You're gonna want to loosen those up. Now, full disclosure, removing the airbag unit as a whole is kind of a bitch because these screws here don't unscrew enough to actually pop into a little channel that they're supposed to sit in. So you kind of got to like wedge them in there, use some kind of pry tool, flathead screwdriver, knife, whatever, to get them to sit into a little holder, like a little lip thing right here that will make the screw stay enough out of the way to just pull this right out. And I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about. So right here you'll see that I got the airbag is still connected, but these are the screws that I was talking about. See this one here, if this thing will clear up a little bit, there we go. So this one here has a little channel, right, where that's gonna sit in and clear just enough that it's supposed to move out of the way. The problem is sometimes they don't always do that, like that one. So I had to wiggle this fucker out. There we go. That's also handy so you don't lose these things. All right, your next step here, you got a couple of steps. Step one, you want to squeeze this little tab at the bottom, pull that out. That is going to disconnect your horn. And then these guys right here, this is your airbag, your positive and negative charge to your airbag. And if this screwdriver doesn't do it, I'm just going to grab my knife and do it. Yeah, so the knife did it, and then you're going to go and you're going to kind of pop those vertically like so, and then just kind of give them a good little wiggle. There we go. And the airbag's out. Ta-da. Alright, set that out of the way. This bolt here, like I mentioned before, is a 19 millimeter. And we're gonna go ahead and use a different ratchet for that one. This guy right here. All right, I'm gonna pop this loose real quick. Cool, broke it loose. I'm super freaking strong. All right, so that comes out. And now, forget having a steering wheel puller and all that fun junk. You don't need none of that. All you gotta do is you gotta give it a good thump here, thump there, and a good little wiggle, and it comes right off. And it's that way with most steering wheels, whether they've been removed before or not. Your next step is you're gonna wanna take this screw with this screw off. That's gonna come down. This will come up. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to remove, especially because you got this freaking lip thing back here. So kind of, you know, but you just kind of got to wiggle around, get it to work, and once that comes out, you'll see all of the steering stuff exposed. By the way, doing these steps up into this point where you're taking the steering column cover off and all that fun stuff is also how you replace your ignition lock cylinder light. It's an itty bitty little cover behind all this stuff here. Get this thing off. Stand by. All right, PSA, this thing here just kind of pops off like so. Give it a little wiggle. Just kind of a just in case you need to. And there it is. Real simple. I believe that bulb size number is 7. Something like that. Super tiny ass bulb. And that just pops right back into place there. All right, anywho. All right, we are now in the steering stage. A lot of people tell you that you should probably remove the clock spring. I didn't do it. It wasn't in the way. So your next step would be to go here, remove that, and then right in there, you get your little flathead or something to that effect. Probably not a contractor screwdriver. Flathead, that makes a decent pry tool. And that just pops and comes right out. And there you have it. First step. So this thing here, I already had it all hooked up and stuff, but I will provide the link to this in the description below. All right, I'm gonna show you what to do next. So, that's my neighbor's music. This ends up on a copyright lawsuit. I'm not the one that's playing it. All right, so right up underneath all this stuff here, pardon my rat's nest of wires, I'm working on that. Right back in there, see if I can turn this damn thing on. There we go. You have a series of relays. This top one, way the hell up here, that is gonna be the one on the LE model that is missing. This one and this one are the exact same one as this one here. So this guy, let's see if I can get it to come off. Well, that's not coming out right now. I don't have the patience for it. But anyway, so this guy is gonna be, directly behind your fuse panel here. It's gonna come up, your OBD2 sensor, or input, your OBD2 port is here, right there. And right up behind there is where you're gonna see this. And like I mentioned before, on the LE models, this relay is the one that you need to be installing. This is gonna be, these two and this one here are all the same as the one that needs to go in here. I will be providing a part number in the description. So you gotta pop that guy in, or excuse me, this guy. You gotta pop that one in, and then you get out of your car, take another sip of your beer. Tasty. Now your next step, now that you got that relay installed, you got this here front bumper. For the 04, 03, and 02, it's going to look a little bit different, but you know, it's pretty much the same. I myself prefer the 05, 06 bumper. This car is actually a 2002, just so as you know. But underneath, you will have these guys right here. You will have a factory wiring harness that I paired up to some Cinetic USA LEDs. These guys have actually been on here for a while. I did an aftermarket harness setup, which is part of the reason why I have such a rat's nest underneath there. But you're gonna want to hook up both of those. There will be one on either side. And yeah, oh yeah, check it out. Braided steel brake lines, what's up? And then pair that with these fine ass wheels right here, and that 2005 Highlander V6 brake kit with drilled and slotted rotors. All right, so now that you have your fog lights connected, you have your relay plugged in. What I would do is I would plug in your signal switch here before you put the wheel and all that other shit back on. Put the key in the on position and test your light. And I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so I got it plugged in. Got this guy here. It works nice and crispy. There's your fog light switch right there. Full disclosure, automatic headlights do not work on the 2002s unless prior equipped with them, just so you know. All right, now what you're going to want to do is reconnect your battery. Okay. And yes, there is a reason there is not a battery hold down in there. Working on it. There's method to my madness. All right, now what you're going to want to do is put your key in the on position. That. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Fucking gas cap code. Anyway. All right, so you're gonna turn that guy on. And turn that on. Turn that on. And let's go see. Would you looky here. And there you have it, guys. It's just that simple. All in 15-ish minute video. Just got to put all your shit back together, put the thing back on, or the column cover back on, put your steering wheel back on. Be sure to connect your airbags, because if you get in an accident and your airbag doesn't go off, it's gonna suck. But yeah, just put the car back together and then take it for a ride. Let me know if this video worked out for you. If it did, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. There will be more to come. Sorry, the video series started about halfway through the build. I didn't really have the confidence to be on YouTube, and now I just don't give a shit what people think. So anyway, my next step is going to be to get these halos hooked up to a serious power source instead of just having them half-assed the way I did before. And then you're also going to see me try to paint my car. It'll be the first time I ever painted a car. It'll be the first time I ever done body work, anything like that. So we're gonna see how this shit turns out. Catch you guys later.